Good morning, and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Wayne County. We are a diverse congregation that welcomes you as you are, regardless of your age, ethnicity, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, economic status, or physical ability. We come together to seek deeper meaning and understanding from each other and the world around us. Your presence here today is a gift that brings us closer to that understanding. We are an active community that lives its values beyond the hours of Sunday service, and I would like to call your attention to the following. Dust off your party clothes and join the music committee for our fall chill and karaoke night. Bring your family. Come sing a solo or with a group. Grab a snack at our ice cream sundae bar or perform live. This awesome night is Saturday, October 11th at 7 p.m. at the Fellowship. There is a suggested donation of $5. If you would like to find out more about our activities, feel free to ask Karen Skubik, our membership coordinator.
Thank you, Olivia, and good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good, thank you. Good to see you all. I've been away the last couple weeks, and thank you for those who reached out and said, "Are you okay? Where are you?" Just on an annual trip to visit our kids all the way out Wisconsin and Montana. And I bring that up because I was surprised how much I thought back to this place, and many of you, because I had these little reminders here and there, and the one I want to share with you, we were in the wilderness, no cell phone service, and there was a pine tree, and there was a little notch in it. And does anyone know what kindness stones are? Yes, Hawthorne does. Very good. Yeah, and so a few people. So they're little stones that people leave around places to give you inspiration or make you feel good. And this one said, it was this big, and it said joy on it. So some of you might know who I'm going to think of when Bonnie's nodding her head, the word joy, because we had a former commissioned lay minister who would often talk about joy. And I right away thought of Ivy Sorkin, and Barb's nodding her head too, yeah, because she would often talk about that. She would come with these big letters that said joy. And it was really fun to just think back to everybody here once in a while I was away. And then when I was back in cell service, I texted Ivy a picture of the little kindness stone and said, just thinking of you, and it really meant a lot to her. So even when we're away sometimes, somehow we're connected back here. And what I wish for many of you is that feeling of connection and the feeling of joy. And if you want to know more ways to get involved, as Olivia said, I'm happy to talk with you so that maybe you can feel more of that joy and connectedness too. And I'll be back in the back of the sanctuary after the service if anyone wants to talk to me.
Speaking of joy, I want to first and foremost let you all know that yesterday I attended the installation ceremony of the Right Reverend Allie Peters at Southwest Unitarian Universalist Church. Some of you may have seen her. She preached here once before. I don't know if you know this, she loves y'all. She thought you all were the second greatest congregation she's ever seen. And she wanted me to give you all of the love that came from that installation ceremony. So I wanted to pass that on to you because I think we could all use a little joy right now, right? As Karen was talking about. How many of you are feeling a little exhausted this week? How many of you are feeling really exhausted this week? One of the great things about this hour together, one, we do things a little different every Sunday. You'll notice that this is not our typical setup within our sanctuary. I know we have some people who are relatively new who may be asking themselves, just what have I gotten myself into? That's a fair question. Today we are celebrating the Autumnal Equinox, which is when exactly? Tomorrow. So we're getting in a day early. It's good because we've got busy schedules. And this is a time where we talk about balance, because we're going to have that day that's perfectly balanced with light. But we're also talking about the duality of gratitude and letting go. How many of you are finding it harder and harder to find something to be grateful for? You don't have to raise your hands because that's a tough one to admit. But it's something we all struggle with in hard times. And it is something that is desperately needed and important. And so I hope today you will find a place to find something beautiful in your life to celebrate, and to find something in your life that you can let go of. Today is a day, this moment is a moment to open your hearts, to let go your worries, to embrace the beautiful just for this hour. Thank you for coming and worshiping with us this morning. Please remember to put your cell phones in worship mode and join us now in a time of worship.
This morning, our opening will be done with a meditation in movement. We invite you to participate as you are able. You can do this standing, sitting, or just simply being. We face east. We open our wings of wisdom and balance. We reach to the east and gather the energy of air. The east is associated with knowledge and learning. And just as the birds use air to balance and fly, we take the energy of balance. We pull it into our hearts, push it down into the earth, Bring it up to the sky and pull it back to our center. We face south. We open our wings of wisdom and transformation. We reach to the south and gather the energy of fire. The south is associated with warmth, light, and powerful change. And just as the birds fly south seeking the warmth of the sun, we turn to things that will invoke change and transformation. We pull it into our hearts, push it down to the earth, bring it up to the sky, and pull it back to our center. We face west. We open our wings of wisdom and self-reflection. We reach to the west and gather the energy of water. And just as water is always flowing, we allow our emotions to flow through us and give us enlightenment. We pull it into our hearts, push it down to the earth, bring it up to the sky, and back down to our center. We face north. We open our wings of wisdom and grounding. We reach to the north and gather the energy of earth. And just as the earth allows things to die and sleep, we allow ourselves to ground and find a place to heal and grow. We pull it into our hearts, push it down to the earth, bring it up to the sky, and back to our center. Thank you. Let us now rise in body or spirit as we sing our opening hymn, Hoof and Horn.
And I think you're welcome to sit if you'd like.
Sorry.
And we're going to play it through once at the folk orchestra, and then you can sing.
Good morning. Sorry, if you're wondering why we were giggling, it's because the translation on the screen said that we were singing about Rihanna and Drake, and I don't think that's what Hoof and Horn was about. But sorry for the giggles. Yeah. All right, good morning. I'd like to invite the kids and youth and anyone that would like to get closer to the story to come on up and join me. Hi. What is that? We don't need your leaves right now. We're going to use something else. That's pretty cool. Hi, good morning. Good to see everybody. So I'm wondering, have you been noticing that the leaves are starting to change a little bit? Yeah, I couldn't quite fit it in. It's a little bit of a giveaway there. I probably could have, but I wanted them to be in the basket. And I've noticed that the cornfields are starting to turn that beautiful golden color. So what is happening?
It's beginning to be fall.
It is beginning to be fall, and fall equinox, or autumn equinox, is actually tomorrow, but we're going to pretend it's today. Okay? So we know this day as the first day of fall on our calendar, and on this day there's a balance between dark and light. There is the same, or really close to the same.
The longest day of the year.
That's actually when we get to the summer. Yeah, that's a different one.
Shortest day in the year.
That's when we get to the winter. You are thinking. You're doing a great job with this. Yeah, so this one we know of because it has the same amount of dark and light. We have the same amount of daylight as we do darkness. And as we move toward the darker months, each day is going to get a little bit less light as we move into winter. Well, in the pagan faith, this is a time for great celebration because all the work of growing and tending the crops has finally resulted in a harvest. And this celebration is called Mabon. I wonder if someone could get me, I wonder what's in the wonder basket. You're closest. Would you mind bringing over that basket? The basket in the basket. Yeah, there you go. I thought maybe I could squeeze it in there, but didn't quite make it. So this is the harvest from my yard, well, part of it. These are real apples from an apple tree that I have in my yard, and there's a basket of these apples on each table out there. And they're not very pretty. This isn't a tree that I spray, so sometimes there might be a little hole in it, but my goats and chickens love these apples. You see some little holes? Yeah. So during the Mabon celebration, people gave thanks for the abundant harvest. That means the big harvest. They had more than they needed, and for other blessings in their life. And apples were an important symbol and used in rituals to thank the gods for the harvest. So why don't we pass these around? Everybody pick an apple. And those of you at the table, if you would like to pass the basket of apples around to do this little apple ritual with us. If you wind up without an apple, you can use an imaginary one. It works too. All right, go ahead and pass those around. So during the Mabon celebration, we give thanks for the abundant harvest, but this whole thankful thing, does that sound like a different holiday? Yes. Which holiday is that?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is what we usually think of when it comes time to be thankful. Can everybody hear me? I think I'm on. Yeah, okay.
I can tell because...
Yep. Okay, hopefully I'm not saying anything weird up there. So people use apples in rituals. Sorry, I got excited there about the apples. All right, so if everybody has an apple at this point, this is what we're going to do. Oh, I remember what I was going to say real quick. Thanksgiving is actually a relatively new holiday. It's only been around about 300 to 400 years, but autumn equinox, people have been celebrating it for thousands of years. It's very ancient.
How old is Christmas?
Wow.
Depends who you ask.
Thank you, Walter, for that answer. Yeah, that's a big one. Okay, so hold the apple stem up in your cupped hands. So you're going to hold them in both hands like this with the stem pointing up. Okay, feel how solid and round the apple is. It's nice and ripe. It came off the tree easily.
Oh, yeah, it's right.
Now think about something in your life that you have in abundance. That means something you have plenty of.
Wow.
It could be food or love or friendship. Yeah. It could be something that you really enjoy. I have chickens in abundance living at my house, and they bring me a lot of joy. So something that you have in abundance that you are thankful for. So take a moment, take a slow breath, and think about something you are thankful for. Would anyone like to share that thought?
My dog.
Your dog, yeah.
Video game.
Video games, okay. Anybody else want to share? Yeah?
Video game.
You too on the video games, okay.
Cookies.
Cookies are a good one, yeah. All right, so lots of things to feel thankful for that we have in abundance. All right. Now, We are going to hold the apple by the stem with your finger and thumb and let it dangle up in the air. You can feel it gently swaying.
Can we spin it?
You can feel the weight of it. You can spin it if you want. And if you were the branch on the apple tree, you would feel like this heavy apple is ready to be let go soon. Okay? Take a moment now to think about something that you would like to let go of. Maybe it's a bad habit you're trying to break. Maybe it's too many video games. I don't know. Or a negative feeling. Maybe it's a way of thinking that isn't helpful anymore. Maybe it's anger or guilt you're carrying around. Whatever it is, take a moment to think about that thing that isn't helping you anymore. And we're going to let it drop from the tree whenever you are ready. Let it go. Let it go. You have one more to drop? Okay. Now the very last step in our ritual will be to share our apples. And these are not very tasty. They're kind of bitter. But the wildlife really like them. They're very bitter to humans, but the deer love them. So, the RE facilitators, when you go to class, if you could please, before you start class, walk outside and give the kiddos a chance to throw their apples into the woods so that we can share our harvest with the deer and other animals in the forest.
This service, we were going to be in the big room.
No, we're going to class today. I know it's a little different. Often we are in here when the tables are together.
We're going into a big room.
You're going to be going into classroom, yeah. All right. Thank you for joining me in this
Good thing I put my
apple
backpack in there today.
ritual. All right. We will head to RE.
So we have mood lighting. I am grateful for the electricity. Gratitude. Have you noticed the beauty? For the beauty of the earth, for the splendor of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. Source of all, to thee we raise. Y'all are good. It's a time for gratitude. Have you noticed the beauty all around you? I make a habit in the morning, and I know Steve watches me do this because for some reason he always sees me on my porch in the morning. Sit on the porch in the morning with my coffee at about 7:15, 7:30. My porch faces east, right up Pearl Street. In fact, if you were to come down Pearl Street very fast and not turn, you would come up and hit my house. And there's enough trees around Pearl Street that the sun, for the most part, is blocked off. But what happens for this moment, 2 minutes, is the sun is low enough where it's in the trees, but it hits the pavement. And it turns that dull, gray, ashy street into this golden yellow path. And it's just magical. I sit there with my coffee and I'm like, I want to follow that path. I want to go to the magical place on the other side. And it's there for just 2 minutes. and it's gone. But beauty lingers in one's heart, in one's mind. Beauty remains. Fall is a time of beauty. That harsh summer heat begins to cool. The trees starting to paint their leaves ever so slowly. Those pumpkins that have been camouflaged and hiding under those big leaves have started to become a decadent, proud orange. The beauty of this time of year is bountiful, and we are to feast upon its bounty. For friends, we need beauty to survive. As Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddhist monk, says, and I quote, "Getting in touch with the beauty of nature makes life much more beautiful, much more real. And the more mindful and concentrated you are, the more deeply the sunset will reveal itself to you. Your happiness multiplied by 10, by 20. Look at a leaf or a flower with mindfulness. Listen to the song of a bird, and you will get much more deeply in touch with them. After a minute of this practice, your joy will increase. Your breathing will become deeper and more gentle. And this gentleness and depth will influence your body." End quote. To take in the beauty, to be mindful of it, informs our bodies, informs our minds. Being able to appreciate beauty. Friends, that is the key to staying grounded and centered. Being able to take time to recognize the wonders and joys of this world. That is what sustains us in hard times. And now is the time to harvest the moments of beauty around you, to reap all of the gratitude, all of the joy that you can find in these moments, so that you can be sustained through the cold winter months ahead. Gratitude nourishes and sustains. How many of you received a paper leaf? Now, if I know my good UU folks, a couple of you got that leaf and go, "I would really prefer to have orange or green or blue or whatever." There are leaves on the table. Look at the one you have, look at the ones on the table. Pick one that calls to you. Once you have your leaf, look at it. Admire the shape of it. Look at the color. How about that construction paper? Does that take any of you back to elementary school? Feel the texture of it. Remember those days. Hold that leaf. Take a deep breath. I want you to think, what is something that makes you happy? Think of, when was the last time you laughed out loud? When was the last time someone made you feel special? What could you stare at for hours on end, lost in its beauty? What is the sound that you could listen to over and over again and never tire? Whether it be a song on your playlist or the sound of a river, the falling of the rain, the rushing of the waves. What is something in your life, something you experience, something that happens to you, that when it happens, something deep inside of you says thank you to whatever? What is that thing? Do you have one? Do you have more than one? I'm going to encourage you now, if you have one of those, to write it on your leaf. If you have more than one, I'm not going to stop you. Please, write them all down if you wish. I do ask you only write on one side. That should give you a clue about why something's going to be happening to the other side. Take a moment. Write that down. Ready for the offertory? The offering. Yeah, you got the offering?
Our faith is centered on the belief that we can make this world a better place for all who dwell in it. In order to realize that vision, we need both the motivation and the means. Your donations help the community put its faith into action by supporting our programming and facilities. Each month, we choose an agency to receive half of the donations that are not designated for another purpose. In September, we will share the plate with People to People. People to People Ministries is an emergency needs ministry and helps those in need when there's no place else to turn. In any society, a number of individuals will experience a crisis during their lifetime in which they are unable to obtain adequate food, shelter, or clothing. The purpose of People to People Ministries is to provide an immediate, realistic, and compassionate response to people with these basic needs when they aren't being met through any other programs. This program is a nonprofit ministry supported through donations from churches, civic organizations, private individuals, and the Wayne County Community Foundation. For those who are watching online or do not carry cash, you can donate on our website by scanning the QR code in the order of service or on the screen. The offering will now be collected and gratefully received. Please join me in the unison reading. The words are on the screen. Let us be grateful when we are able to give, for many do not have that privilege. Let us be grateful for those who share their gifts with us, for we are enriched by their giving. Let us be grateful even for our needs, so that we may learn from the generosity of others.
I get to play with the button. That makes me so happy. Happy Pagan Thanksgiving. Yay! So I've been waiting a long time to say that. Okay, thank you. There were people that brought bread today. Thank you for that. Thank you for all the help. As usual, I was running around with a chicken with my head cut off. No offense to chickens. Just because there was a lot to do. So, on the table, and if you're not sitting at the table, there is room for you. Please come and join us if you would like, because we'd like you to partake in this if you are interested. And if not, there are plates and napkins and cups over beside the sound booth, and you're welcome to go get those and do it on your own. And there's also, there's a table set up in the back there too, if somebody wants to just kind of go back and hang out in the back there. All right, so on the table, you're gonna find two varieties of bread. There's pumpkin and apple. In the center is gluten-free. If you don't eat gluten-free, please don't eat it. And we also have vegan, so I'll ask you to raise your hand if you need vegan bread, and we'll get that to you also. And there's also, and I'm going to need someone, there's water if you don't like cider. In the picture says apple cider. That was freshly pressed yesterday at Moreland Orchard. If you don't like cider, there is water. And I'm going to ask, somebody may have to be the designated beverage pourer. I'm not sure I can do all of that. So if you feel like you're capable, you're very welcome to. All right. So as we partake together, let us be grateful for all the joys, lessons, and abundance that this season brings to us. So, first of all, tell me, who needs vegan bread? Alrighty. Okay, so don't start eating until you get your bread. We have to think about it a little bit. And don't start drinking your apple cider just yet. This is communion, y'all. I know it's been a while since we've done like a real communion. All right, so as you taste your bread, think of all the components that mixed to create it. Flour, eggs, spices, pumpkin, apples, and cranberries. Take a moment to ponder how the alchemy creates this lovely treat. Baking is a type of magic. So I invite you all to take some of eat your bread, partake. And if any tables need more cider, let me know. I have more to fill the cider with. So, you don't have any cider? We're bringing the cider here soon. Karen is our hero of the day. So sorry. And just so you know, some of the apple bread has green bits in it. That's the peel. It's not alfalfa or anything like that. I don't know. That was the alchemy. It just changed colors on me. I don't know why. Okay. And this is the table here, the second table here. Yes. And does everyone have cider or water that they need it? Everyone have what they need? And as you sip the cider, remember how important apples are to our world. The fruit has a really long history. It started in Asia, traveling the Silk Road to become spread around the world. Think how many cultural stories involve apples. There are stories in Greek mythology and in Circling the Globe in Christian tradition, where the apple is the star. So think of how important apples are to us. And y'all can talk among yourself a little bit. I'll give you a minute here. Huh. There it is. And can everyone get to the gluten-free that needs the gluten-free? Do you hear that? All righty. Okay, and if what we have left over, you're welcome to take to coffee hour with you, if you'd like. And so while you're still eating and feasting, I'm going to ask you to double multitask here, and we're going to do a balance meditation. So as you know, thank you. Balance is something that many of us seek in our lives. We try to balance our family life with our professional lives and our social life with our home obligations. We work to balance, keep a balance of our worldview and how the world feels right now. There's a card in the tarot deck that shows a fool riding a unicycle while juggling. Sorry. You know, I get nervous. Sometimes that's how I feel. I'm trying to move forward while pedaling, juggling my duties while wearing high heels. Perhaps some of you can relate. So this is the time when the earth is in balance. Daytime and nighttime are almost even. Today, the sun rose at 7:14 a.m. and will set at 7:26 p.m. Tomorrow at 2:19 p.m., equinox will commence, and autumn will officially be upon us, and the daylight will begin to shorten. Equinox falls directly between summer solstice and winter solstice, so it's fitting that we use this energy to find our balance today. So I'm going to invite you to join me in a meditation to help us just focus on some balance. So if you'd all just take a moment, take a deep breath, exhale, get yourself centered. We gather during this sacred time of year. This is the time when we feel the pull of life and death. We witness the dance as leaves fall, blooms fade, and the fruit of our labor begin to yield the last of the harvest. Let us take one moment to see what we balance in our lives. Let us reflect on where we need more balance. Where does one foot not land squarely on our journey? Where do we feel unsteady? Breathe. Keep your center. What action will bring your life more balance, more peace? Lift your foot, and with the intent of that action, place it firmly on the ground. Breathe. Keep your center. Feel the balance of the earth right now. Find the energy of that state of equilibrium. Breathe it in. Pull the energy into your soul. Ground it to the bottom of your feet and push it to the top of your head. Breathe. Keep your center. Step onto your path, knowing that the earth is in balance, and so that will support you on your way. So mote it be. The last leaf. Once, many gray autumns ago, I came upon a tree. The tree, a poplar, had dropped all of its leaves but one, just one. Exactly one leaf remained near the topmost part of the tree, fluttering in the breeze like a little reddish-brown flag. All the other leaves lay about the ground or had blown away. I stopped, and I looked and marveled at the sight. I wondered what the odds might be that I was the one person who happened to arrive at that one tree at that one moment when but one leaf remained. What were the odds? I felt an instant kinship with one leaf. I admired its stubbornness. I spoke quietly to it. Hang on. Never give up. Don't let go. I gazed at that leaf for a long time, though I did not stay to witness its falling. I did not want to witness its falling. The leaf was not ready to let go and dropped silently to the ground, and neither was I, though I knew we both would at some time let go. I praised the leaf that day, many years ago when I was still young. I walked on, and slowly, imperceptibly, a sense of calm came over me, a sense of acceptance, a sense of peace. The exuberance of summer is gone. Grand plans and high hopes give way to chilly reality. We loved the best we could. We've reaped as much as we could. We've traveled life's journeys as far as we could. We count our blessings and our losses. All leaves must fall. The circle of the year comes round. Our hemisphere tilts away from the sun. Green turns to gold. Life turns to the soil. Animals retreat. The nights grow long. The natural world lies fallow. The season of letting go comes as it always comes. The Last Leaf by David M. Horst.
You start.
Just as the tree hangs on to the last leaf, we have a tendency to hang on to things in our lives that no longer serve a purpose, or that are outdated ideas, or beliefs that do not reflect our reality. Today, we would like to use the energy of the fall to let go of those things. This is the time of year when plants let go of life to begin the time of rest, to grow their roots deeper into the mother. We invite you to reflect on your fruits of this year. What's bloomed and brought an abundance into your life? What no longer serves or nurtures you, and it's time to let go? We invite you to take a deep breath, place your feet on the floor, find your center. Grow roots from the soles of your feet deep into the Mother Earth. Imagine a cord extending from the top of your head and push it up to Father Sky. Hold yourself in the space between the grounding of the earth and the clear vision of the sky.
What are you holding on to? What is the thing that you are carrying that is slowing you down? Is the weight of this thing making your life's journey fuller? Or is it preventing you from seeing the beauty all around? Imagine what it would be to continue to move through life while carrying this weight. What will that bring you?
What will it look like to put it down? Can you even imagine it? Is it so tied to your hands that it feels it is a part of you? Will releasing this thing feed your soul or famish it? Is it weight so familiar that you believe it is a deep part of you? By pruning this weight from your life, can you grow into unexpected places?
This is your journey. It is not the journey of your burdens. To continue to carry what no longer serves you only denies you the opportunity to pick up some new and wonderful thing. Taking a minute to free yourself from this burden, it may slow your journey just for that moment. And your steps may be less certain at first, but it will make the rest of life's journey so much sweeter.
All things beautiful decay and feed the next generation. They feed the seeds of the future. It is time to let go what has fed you, so that it may help sustain the next thing that brings you joy. Take this thing, hold it in your hand. Thank it for serving a purpose in your life, and with a breath of kindness, release it to the universe.
These things that we let go, they're deeply personal, and they're difficult to face. I encourage you, on the other side of your leaf, to write that thing down. And if it's something that's private, something that is beyond explanation or words, I encourage you to just make a mark so that you know what that thing is that you need to let go of. Take a moment now, other side of your leaf. These things in our lives, the things that sustain us, the gratitude that we need, that we love, and the things that we need to let go of, they are both sides of the same coin. They make up our existence, and they feed us, nourish us, and encourage us to grow in different ways. To show that idea of growth, what I would like for you to do is, in the center of the table, there is a bowl of water. I'm going to ask you to pass your leaves and place them into the water. The good thing about construction paper is it disintegrates pretty fast in water, and it's compostable. And what we are going to do is we are going to take all of the things that you are grateful for and all of the places where you need to grow, and we're going to use them to nourish our woods, knowing that the growth that we need, that we have endured, feeds the world, just like those apples will. This is all part of the cycle of beauty, both sides of that leaf. Appreciate the moments of beauty. Work to let go what slows you down. And know that we will always be repeating this journey. So let's find the beauty on the way. Let us now rise in body or spirit as we sing our closing hymn, Return Again.
I don't know if you can hear me. This is a song that you all don't know, so we'll play it through, and you jump in when I point. Or if you know the song, jump in right away. We have sung it before.
So for those who didn't hear, we're going to play it through, folk orchestra is going to play it through once, and then when Sharon gives her enthusiastic gesture, we all can start singing, and if you know it ahead of time, we're not going to fault you for jumping in early.
We will now release the directions. We will start in the north. Spirit of Earth, thank you for bringing your energy of grounding. May we use your power to bring balance to our lives. Spirit of Water, thank you for bringing your energy of self-reflection. May we allow compassion to flow within us. Spirit of Fire, thank you for bringing your energy of transformation. May we take your warmth to give us space to heal and grow. Spirit of Air, thank you for bringing your energy of air. May we take your breath of balance with us.
Thank you.